The Sharks head to Vegas on a 3-game winning streak and could not get enough offense to sustain a great effort from their goaltender. We'll talk about that and more right now on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, everyone. It is March 15th, 2021. The Sharks lose 2-1 over the Vegas Golden Knights, having their win streak snap at 3. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame. We do this after every game, home and away, on YouTube, and we welcome the world to join us as we saw the last few games. So we appreciate your support, and if you want to be part of the show, teal together and chat with us and fellow Sharks fans on the page or the app. Of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. Facebook, SoundCloud, Reddit, and of course, you can chat with us afterwards on the Discord and find everything at tealtownusa.com. Good evening, everyone. I am Erik Kuhre alongside Mr. Ian Reid. How are you, bud?
I'm all right, I guess.
One of those games where it's like, you know, it was a good game all around. The tough part, just couldn't get enough goals to go your way.
For sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those nights. I mean, won't go too crazy on officiating and such, but you got to win a face-off too. And, you know, I thought there were little things that this team could have done a little bit better on the night, but all in all, not a horrible effort from the team this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good. Like it was a solid effort. Like I think the effort was definitely there. I think that, you know, the Sharks played their game. They didn't play Vegas's game, which other than, you know, a couple of lineup decisions, that I don't know what I was going to say here. You know, the effort was there. I thought, you know, I didn't like the first goal that Dubnyk gave up, but other than that, I thought he had a hell of a night. Like the effort was there. This team just isn't good. That's the reality of it. And it's like I haven't been around for a couple of games and they win, and suddenly everyone's talking them up like they're a playoff team, and like, oh, I have so many things that are just annoyed at, and then that's the worst part. I'm just annoyed. Like we've got Gabriel, and like I've always said, like I'm not here to bend you to my will or whatever, but like, you know, I read on Twitter they compared Gabriel to Ryan Clough. Yeah, and maybe they wear the same number, but
Right.
like Ryan Clough has 309 points in 491 games in the NHL as an NHL player. Like Curtis Gabriel is closer to Michael Haley than he will ever be to Ryan frickin' Clough. Like, give me a break. Like, I, you know, yeah, okay. The officiating wasn't good enough, but if you want to hear like super whining about officiating, Postgame Live's on right now. Go watch that, because that's the whining show.
Whoa!
Like I'm not here to whine. Like there's been so much stupid shit, and I think it's like we just need to like be real about this team. And like if you want real analysis, tune in. We'll give it to you. If you want, shucks, damn the world, you know, well, it's not really, you know, anyone's fault. They're just where they are, you know. Like then go watch Postgame Live. Like I don't know. I'm just warning you now. Like I'm gonna shit on all your favorite things tonight. Just warning.
Who you fired up the live? Before we chat, didn't expect this, but all right, let's go. So, Evander Kane, who's been on a tear lately, he takes 2 penalties tonight. The first one leads to that power play goal. Face-offs, you know, I thought they had improved. In fact, they won the face-off battle tonight. But what didn't you like on that goal?
I didn't like. I mean, yeah, the puck moved quickly, but like there really wasn't a screen there. like, so Dubnyk saw that one all the way. Like it's a shot your goalie has to have. Like, and Dubnyk played a hell of a game tonight. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want people to think, oh, Ian's just going in after the goalies again. No, like in this specific play, that probably should have been a save. Does it take away from the fact that he had a hell of a game otherwise? Nope. But it was the difference. Like, he makes that save, it's 1-1. But but the problem I had with it, like, the only thing I probably didn't like was the Dubnyk. The thing I really love about the way Dubnyk plays goals, he battles. He always battles. Like, he's always in there. And I thought, like, that blue paint is his. So if Tuck's like in his way, like, he should be able to go with there, because if there's going to be a call for interference, it's going the goalie's way in that situation, because he's entitled to that ice.
Right.
So he probably could have battled a little more. He probably could have went down and cut that angle down a little bit better. It's his ice. He's going to get the call there. Like, that's Dubnyk's ice. So, I think that, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like you said, it's a lost faceoff, and Vegas, to their credit, moves the puck really well. And it was a nice bang bang play. It's a set play. We've seen them score on plays like that before. And, but you'd like to see Dubnyk get a save there. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, obviously won the faceoff too to even avoid that setup. But yeah, like you said, Dubnyk made 34 36 saves on the night. I mean,
he had a hell of a night otherwise.
He had a hell of a night. He definitely kept the boys in the game. I mean, when you get to the third period, yeah, he gives Mark Stone a goal there, which we'll get into shortly. But the big save he made on Marchessault, and I caught it on GIF-wise on the Teal Town USA Twitter, and Marchessault says, "Are you effing kidding me?" But that kind of got the boys finally, to rise up and say, let's go. And then Timo Meier gets in there and scores the teaser goal. I mean, obviously a little too late. But, outside the Pacioretty goal and the Stone goal, I mean, what did you think of the Stone goal? I mean, Stone's got a great shot, and he one times it past him. I don't think that was completely his fault.
No, the Stone goal's fine. Like, that's the goal that's going to happen. Like, again, I didn't have any real issues with Stone goal. The only goal I had an issue with was the first one. The other one was fine. Like, that's an okay goal. Like, you don't want to give up goals. Like, it's never an okay goal. But as far as, like, is that a deflating goal to give up by an NHL goalie? No, I don't think so. I think, Stone's going to score a lot of goals like that.
Right. And that turns out to be the game-winning goal. But yeah, Dubnyk made saves after save. I think he had like 16 saves in the second period. Looking at, where's my shot total here? But I mean, looking at the rest of it, of course not. NHL.com doesn't want to load up because it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that tonight. I mean, let me see here. 12 shots on goal for Vegas in the third, and he let I mean, again, great effort tonight. Evander Kane. I mean, the second Evander Kane penalty to me. I'm a little iffy on Marchessault, and Hedeken kind of called it out on that, but
for sure.
But you know what? You need to move your feet. Move your feet.
And
don't be dumb.
Here's what I'm going to say about like, NHL officials suck across the board. They don't just suck against the Sharks. They suck for everybody. They suck like, they suck more when it's your team getting job. But, like, I don't think the Sharks got job tonight. Like, it was 2 penalties, because you don't talk about the hurdle one, because that's not discretionary. You can't. You have to call that. When you put it over the glass, it has to get called. The refs have no choice, so I don't even include that one, because, I mean, you saw it. Like, Hurdle knew he fucked up the second he did it.
Yeah, he was shaking his head.
Right? So, I mean, like, yeah, like, the NHL officials suck, but it wasn't like the Sharks were, like, in this massive, and this doesn't make it okay, but it wasn't like the Sharks were on this penalty parade where they just got called for everything they did, and nothing went their way, right? It was like, what, 2 penalties? Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, yeah, okay, it sucks, but, again, you got to have the puck.
Yeah, and they didn't. Puck possession is a big thing about PDB's game, and Vegas does a heck of a job with it.
Yeah.
And, I surely thought I'd see them get that power play goal in the third. on both penalties that the Sharks took, but nothing really happened. I mean,
Nope.
yeah, I mean there, but see, there were times, and this is where I like the player tracking system now, is that
Hmm.
some of these guys were out there for over 2 minutes, forwards wise, and that kind of
Defense
concerned
wise
me.
too. Brent Burns, like I don't know what they're trying to do. That long change, and they just like, and Brent Burns just can't seem to get off the ice at the end of his shift. And that they're lucky that Dubnyk was as good as he was tonight because yeah, the forwards were bad, but the defense were worse. Like that long change in the second, defense were having a hell of a time getting off the ice. And that, again, credit to Dubnyk because he kept them in this game. This game could have been stupid by the end of the second, just absolutely dumb, and it wasn't because Dubnyk made some really really big saves, and it wasn't like the Sharks completely got rolled over, but um, but the I thought in the second period for especially Vegas had the better of the opportunities.
Right.
They had the quality opportunities in the second. Without Dubnyk, that's going to be a completely different game. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder what Bugner does on Wednesday. Does he go back to Dubnik, or does he go back to Jones? Who, I mean, let's be honest, he has not. He has
Oh, but he had
not.
a good game, so everything's all better now.
Well, he had a good game. I'll give him that. He had a good game against Anaheim, but again,
Yeah.
he had a good game against Anaheim. Getting some comments from the locker room. From Dubnik, I felt like I've sharpened things up. I'm just trying to give the guys the best chance, and hopefully the guys are getting used to me back there. Couture going with Dubnik played incredible. The puck was, oh yes, oh goody. I love it when Twitter just decides to screw me over. Thank you
when it
so
when it
much.
just scrolls up.
Yeah, Dubnik played incredible. The puck was bouncing a lot at the end, and we couldn't stop it from spinning. Uh, I just it's a heck of an effort, and it seems like the guys are around him are doing the heck of a job trying to get the give him the support that he deserves. I mean, he's
Mhm.
to me right now. I mean, yes, Jones had a good game against Anaheim, but to me right
Yeah, if
now,
they but if
Dubnik's
they
your
go
guy.
back to Dubnyk, yeah, I think Dubnyk should be the guy to go. If they go back to Jones next week, or next game, I'm gonna be annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, like that'll annoy me. But this coaching staff does lots of things that annoy me right now. So I mean, but another Sharks game, I think Dubnyk definitely earned another start. Will he get it? I don't know. I don't think Jones should be starting unless it's a back-to-back. That's just my opinion until Dubnyk completely has the wheels fall off, and then you go back, and then I guess you go back to Jones. But I think right now, if you're going to try and string some wins together,
Hmm.
you got to ride the hot hand. And right now, to me, that's Dubnyk. I don't think Jones with one game, like if the Sharks, they're going to talk about playoffs and everything else, and it's fine. Look, at players want to win, and I get that. So if players want to win and they think that they can make a go, then give them the best chance to get a go, and that's right now that's Devan Dubnyk. Do I think they have a prayer in hell? No, but you know if that's what you want to do, and if that's the crap you want to talk about, then back it up, put the guy in net.
Yep. Comments from Bugner. I thought there were a lot of good things to take from this game. Fleury was the difference maker. That's a good team over there, but I thought we did good things and fought hard. It would have been nice to spend some time on the power play, but that's when your offensive guys can get going. Against a goalie like that, you have to have shot volume, second and third looks. You know, I, I think yeah, this is a loss. There are some things that they get you know that Vegas took advantage of, and that's the thing with Vegas through their first 4 years in this league.
Yeah, look, I mean, as far as losses go, this one isn't that bad. Like we've had far worse losses this year to come on the show after. Like
Right.
as far as losses go, like this one's pretty non-offensive to me. Like yeah, you could, you gotta like what they say, you gotta make your own luck sometimes.
Right.
Gotta get pucks in deep, gotta play your game. Um, but
Yes.
like you have to you have to work with the you have to make with the opportunities you didn't. And tonight the Sharks did have some opportunities, but Fleury was better for the most part.
Yeah.
Fleury was better. And that's going to happen. And Fleury's not a goalie who's going to give up a ton of second opportunities. So, yeah, can you get a little bit more of that if you have a power play? Maybe, but I mean, you still gotta work with what you got. And I think, again, like I don't really fault the effort here. I think the Sharks battled tonight. I think they played a good game. I just don't think that they're I've been very honest about this team. I don't think this is a very good team. This isn't a team that's going to hang with Vegas 9 out of 10 nights. It's just not going to happen. So as far as losses go, like I said, this one's pretty inoffensive to me.
Yeah, no, they played a good effort. My only thing is that they got to clean up their game a little bit more, get more shots on Fleury, get some rebounds in there. They had pockets of good things out of all this tonight, and they're not that far off. But this team needs to be better with what they got. You don't have Pavelski, you don't have the Jumbo and all that, and that's the quality of players you have right now. And
yeah, but like Jumbo's still Jumbo's a shell. Like he's like
exactly.
Jumbo is a shell of himself right now. So is Marlowe. Like this is the problem. This is why this Band-Aid should have been pulled off a long time ago. Because now it's like, I don't know. Like to me that's just frustrating. Like this is the problem, right? And this is what they've done with this team. Well, obviously with it being 30th anniversary, they're milking as much nostalgia as you go. And this is how nice guys, but plug as a player, Curtis Gabriel gets compared to Ryan frickin' Clough. Like, enough. Like, the glory days are over. Fucking move on.
Hockey Jerk saying, we're a team, Pierre Dorian, Ian Reid.
Like, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the problem. Like, the glory days are over. And the sooner everyone can accept that and, like, just stop talking about, like, oh, well, Pavelski was here. Yeah, Pavelski leading his team fantastically. They're what? Same place in their division as we are in ours? Yeah, good times. Good times. Leadership. Yeah, clearly. Like, the glory days are over. Accept it. Move on. Embrace it. You'll be less angry. This is why I'm not angry. Like, I'm angry because I'm angry because I'm not angry because this team is bad. I'm angry because I keep hearing how this team's supposed to be so great, and it's just not. It's just the glory days are over, and no one wants to accept it. We should just throw another replay of Game 7 up and fill some time here. I don't know.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but okay. Oh, man. And some people are saying, like Steve saying the glory days where we won 0 cups,
look at, okay.
Saying when were the Shark glory days,
But one team wins the cup. Like, this is the problem, right? And this is like, don't become Leaf fans. Like, don't become Leaf fans.
Why not?
Because here's the problem, right? Like, yes, okay, there was no cup, but you know what? For like a billion years in a row, I entered the season every season thinking, wow, my team has a chance this year. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, there was so many years. Like, be a Senators fan or be a Buffalo Sabres fan. When's the last time they've said, wow, I think my team has a chance to win it all this year? Like, you don't know. Like, you gotta sometimes you gotta accept like things for sometimes things you gotta accept things that are good, and you can't take them for granted, because this is what happens. Now you're here. Like, yes, okay, they didn't win cups, but you know what? Every season I was excited because damn it, they have a team that could do it.
Absolutely. You appreciate that in hindsight now. That yeah. Ian, breathe. All right.
Sorry.
Let me get you to calm down, which is the opposite of Ruben's super chat donation. Ruben, thank you so much, bud. We appreciate you so much. $5 super chat donation from 21 Pucks. Get more angry, Ian. Poking the bear. Poking
I
the
don't know
bear.
why. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think it's because I haven't done a show in a few days, and it's just been a bunch of stuff that's really annoyed me, and now I can come out and vent.
I'm just jaw dropping because you were just totally fine earlier, and we were just talking. It's like, hey,
I
how are
know.
you? And next thing you,
Just be fine, and then yeah, I don't know. I mean,
no, but
it is what
so
it is.
while I have you on, then
Okay.
I'll talk to you about DW calling it a reset. I mean, was that good to say, hey, yeah, the glory days are done. We're kind of resetting the squad. We need to find, what we have in our development system and see what we can get. And
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's good, but then in the same breath, he's like, but I don't see why we can't be good next year. Well, I can think of a few reasons. Like, yeah, and look at there's things that he can do to definitely make this team have a better chance at becoming competitive again next year. But it's easy to come out when you're probably going to miss. Oh well, yeah, this is a reset. Well, no shit. Like, Doug Wilson is a master at peddling this bullshit because this is what he does. He doesn't say anything, so when he comes out like, oh well, okay, it's a reset, guys. I mean, Doug Wilson knows what's up. Yeah, because he waited until halfway through the season to finally say something when the writing is clearly on the wall. But yeah, let people. I'm sure people will lap it up. Doug Wilson for GM of the year for sure.
okay, um, so AJ saying, Sharks officially changed the team motto to Teal Together to Hey, we're not Buffalo. Jerk saying, but what if we got a Tahoe game?
Hey,
Oh,
everything would be better.
right.
I mean,
We
what's
had a Tahoe game though.
right?
Which, of
That
course,
no one could go
I
to.
was pissed at first, but then, I calmed down after, Kevin talks me off the ledge here. But
That no one could go to. Like again, like if someone look at if fans were in seats around that game, then I would completely be on board with Wham Wham Tahoe. But there was no one effing there, so who gives a shit? It's just another game on TV. Who cares?
yeah,
I mean, I understand that some people aren't gonna like that, but to me, that's my attitude towards it. It's another game on TV. Who gives a shit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I gotcha. Now that being said, let me ask you about Erik Karlsson's comments that he did not come here for a rebuild. Do you? I mean, and a lot of people give him the crap. A lot of people give him
uh,
crap about it, but I mean, yeah, I get it. When he was traded here,
okay,
the team was all in. Now, people point at his contract saying, "Well, yeah, you're the reason why." And I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go with that, but I
I
mean,
think
you can,
if you're Erik Karlsson, sometimes you just need to shut your fucking mouth. Like for real. Now here, let me explain this here because I think that when Erik Karlsson signed, a lot of us got excited. Or when he was traded here. Let's just go back to when he was traded here because I think a lot of us were excited because we're like,
right,
okay, this was supposed to be the final piece. Everything we knew. We all knew when he came here, especially once he signed, that you had to win now because the future was going to be really bleak after. Like you had a small window and it was all in and it was go. And everybody knew that. We all knew that. Unfortunately, that window slammed shut faster than I think a lot of people expected, including Doug Wilson. I give him credit. He went all in.
yeah,
He pushed all his chips
absolutely,
in. But it's obviously blown up spectacularly in his face. Erik Karlsson is going to be a lightning rod. He's going to have his discussing Erik Karlsson honestly is like discussing politics on Twitter.
oh god,
Like that. No, it really is because you have people that will defend him no matter what he does. You have people that will detract from him no matter what he does. You're either on the red team or the blue team, right?
right,
Like I feel like that is Erik Karlsson discourse on Twitter. But I think for someone who is, and don't get me wrong, I think as of late, Erik Karlsson's been great. But
yeah,
the start of the season, he was dog shit.
hmm
But when you are that much of a lightning rod, shut the fuck up. Like, You know what I mean? Like, it's no good is going to come from him opening his mouth. Period.
Yeah. No, I get
Period.
you.
No good is going to come from him opening his mouth. So just shut up. Collect your money. You know, and I thought, like, you know, and the other thing that really annoyed me too was like he was talking like the Senators have been in a 10-year rebuild. Dude, no.
Yeah, see, you were a goal away in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2017.
Right? Like this, like, oh, I've been a rebuild, not like, no, Ottawa wasn't, like, yes, Ottawa has come onto some pretty bad times of late, but they are not like to make this sound like they're the Buffalo Sabres again. I'm gonna pick on Buffalo all night here, apparently.
Wow.
But to make it sound like they're the Buffalo Sabres,
You
like,
you
shut
say
up.
that you say that more, I might have to break out Rick Jeanneret.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, it's a stupid thing to say. He just needs to shut his mouth sometimes. That's all. Just shut up. Play hockey. What if we're colorblind?
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, the
color. I
red team,
play
blue team
colorblind.
were colorblind from $21. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, oh man. Laurel with
yeah.
her
Like
super
like
chat.
Steve said, like they made the playoffs like 5 of 6 of his 9 years there. Like, shut up. Just shut up. Play hockey. Collect money.
Laurel with her super chat for Ian's and my payments to the swear jar.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what has gotten into me tonight. Like sometimes you put a microphone in front of my face and I apparently want to spit fire like a dragon. I apologize. If for anyone who's been put off by my language, because I know I'm really into it tonight and I don't know what's gotten into me.
Oh my gosh. You
I
just
need to stay off social media
I
for
I'm just
a
like
while, I think.
I'm like Jumbo right now. I'm just like passing it to you to set you up. Just go. Shoot. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Even AJ's like, just know, Eric, that I have a whole bag of shh with your name on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, here. You ramble on about Jones and Dubnyk and who should be going forward. I'm just gonna stand right back here. You go right ahead.
I don't know. Look at I think let's focus on some positives here, okay? Doug Wilson should shut up. Erik Karlsson should shut up. The Sharks played good. Like there's things in, like, especially the last 3 games. I think this one too. Like, you have to like the way the Sharks are playing right now, even if it's not, like obviously tonight they didn't win, but they play this way against a lot of the other teams that they have coming up. They could win those games easily if they play like this. Look, the Sharks have played really well against St. Louis, and the rest of the teams other than Minnesota, and I don't know how many games against Minnesota they have left, but they aren't that good. Coyotes aren't that good. Kings aren't that good. Ducks, terrible. Like, we could get a stretch of enjoyable hockey. Will it, lead to anything spectacular? Probably not. But, you got to, like I said, this season, I've said this so many times on this show, you got to enjoy what you get when you get it, because you don't know what the next game's going to be. Like, that's all there is to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you have one more against Vegas on St. Patrick's Day. You have back-to-backs against St. Louis at home. You're home for the first time. The Kings come to San Jose for the first time this season, back-to-back. Then you have 2 on the road in Arizona, and then you come back to play Minnesota to finish out the month. I mean, you have winnable games. You've played
sure.
very well against St. Louis.
Yep.
I think you've done fairly well against LA. I don't think the Desert Dogs, no offense, jerk, I mean, are a beatable team. I think Kemper's on the mend right now, so you got Ranta. Oh no, it's a backup goalie. But you're
gonna get a steady diet of that. You got to take advantage of it.
Exactly, and you're gonna have to. And if you're gonna do anything about it, and then Minnesota, I mean, honestly, can you just keep an eye on Kaprizov and you might be okay. Granted, Kakinen has been on a roll, winning eight straight for the Wild. I mean,
yeah, I think the Wild are good. Like I said, I wouldn't say anything like. I think the Wild are good. I think the Wild are probably going to be that 4th team.
Yeah.
Vegas, St. Louis, Colorado, because Colorado's in our division too, aren't they?
Right.
So
I don't know.
we
They
haven't
keep
really
wearing
seen the
Quebec
Avalanche, eh?
Nordiques. They're throwing me all off.
I know. We haven't really seen, like, do we have a bunch of games against them coming up? Because I
It's
feel like
been
we
a
haven't really
while.
seen the Avalanche this year as much.
Well, I mean, you we had I think we had two of them. Then we had that one earlier in the month where we beat them soundly, and then Blickfield had the hit on McKinnon. McKinnon's back, by the way.
Right.
So therefore they're going to be coming out for retribution on Blickfield if he's even on the roster. Then you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Probably not, because I don't know. Again, we got to play, like, again, like, some of the lineup decisions. Like, I get, like, and again, here, look at, once again, I am not here on this show to try and bend you to my will. You're allowed to like things and I'm allowed to like things, right?
well, thank
But
you.
to me, I don't like, to me, I understand why people like Curtis Gabriel. I think he's a really likable dude. There's a lot to like there. But as a hockey player, there's better guys that we could be playing. Like, I know you go, oh, we're playing Vegas, we got to have a goon in the lineup, otherwise they'll hurt someone. Yeah, well, he was in the game that Šimek got hurt.
Right.
Fat lot of good, like, this, oh, if that guy's not there, then Ryan Reeves is going to run crazy. No, Ryan Reeves runs crazy every bloody game you give him the opportunity to do it, because you play his game and you start chasing him around and bingo bango, that's it. And if you put someone in the lineup and specifically to fight him, guess what? You're playing Vegas's game, and congratulations. And this is why, again, I've said 100 times and I'll say it again. Yes, the Sharks didn't win tonight, but they had a really good game. Why? Because they played their game, not Vegas's game. Again, now, they could have used a goal. Like, I would like to see, like, a John Leonard in the lineup. To me, it's ridiculous that John Leonard's not in the lineup tonight. Again, you've got some of these guys. Like, Curtis Gabriel is just Michael Haley in a new number and a nicer guy.
Yeah,
That's the reality of it. Okay.
He liked our GIF earlier. I mean, come on. So therefore, yeah, he's a nice guy. Thank you, Curtis Gabriel, if you're watching.
Yeah, I think he's a hell of a dude.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a likable dude. I get it. But I want to see John Leonard.
No, you're right. I mean, and he's played well. He could use his speed. I mean, remember, what was the first thing that we talked about when the Sharks were losing to Vegas in the playoffs was staying with them, having the team speed. And now that Reeves is pushing his body around, we have to counteract with somebody.
I get it. I understand. And I understand. Look, again, like, I don't want to take away, like, the one thing that everyone seems to be loving. It's just not for me. If it's for you, fantastic. That's great. It's just not for me. That's all.
Yeah. And
like, like I said, again, in this league, I think he needs to, he's the one that needs to be getting the reps, because that's how you get better. And you get better playing teams like this too. Like, this is where you learn. Yeah, look at, again, Deuce Shields, I'm seeing in the chat here about the finishing checks, the point, right. And I understand that. And that's why I'm not talking about Chmelevski. I'm talking about a guy like John Leonard, who I think has been really, really good when he's been in the lineup this year. And maybe the points aren't there, but he's a guy that's going to be here long term. Curtis Gabriel is just another guy in a line of, dudes that are going to come and go up and down between, he's an NHL tweener. He's a nice guy and everything, and I get it. But yeah. And I like I said, you know what, if Curtis Gabriel is what's made you enjoy Sharks games of late, like, I'm not going to try and take that away from you. It's just not for me.
I mean, is it good that there's somebody that's going to throw the checks around? Absolutely, but that should be the whole team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
I mean, and granted,
you're telling me Timo Meier can't finish a check? Telling me, like, come on, Evander Kane can't finish a check? Like, these guys shouldn't need someone in the lineup to go, oh shit, we can finish checks? Are you kidding me? Come on. Like, again, I get who it's for. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Jerk with his in quotes. Coach came in and said they're starting those idiots, so we got to come out with and match that.
Right. Like, yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah. We are currently at 53 viewers. We have 25 likes. We're 35 minutes in. How do we not have 30 likes, people?
Because I'm angry.
No, it's not because you're angry. I mean, come on. Let's get this going.
All right.
You guys can have your favorite segment, or as Jerk says, his least favorite segment. I know Laurel's already made a donation, so we'll count that. But and Jerk saying as well, it's like I said before, you don't need a statue on skates. Get someone who can score, kill penalties, and hit. And of course, he mentions Barclay Goodrow.
Yeah, but if you can get a first round pick for Barclay Goodrow, you do that every single time.
And Ozzy Weisblatt looks pretty good for Prince Albert. And granted, the WHL is not the NHL, but it's nice to see those guys come up and hopefully be the key pieces down the road.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's that, and that's what I said. Like it's not like I no, and don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Chmelevski guy, but like to me, again, the egregious thing is like, why is John Leonard not playing tonight? Like that's the egregious one to me. Like I understand like some of these guys need to earn a little bit more ice time or whatever, and I'd like to see them get more opportunities, but when you're sitting John Leonard like that, that's just not cool with me at all. That's all there is to it.
And jerking me crap in the chat. Breaking news: the WHL is not the NHL. Yudge. Thanks, Jerk. I love you too, bud. April 19th, man. Let's make it happen. All right, we hit 33 likes. Let's get to your favorite segment. It is Laurel's reach around. I don't know what she's reaching for, but hey, it's for her. So, Predators 4-1 over Tampa Bay. Wait, what? How did that happen? Oh, they started McElhinney in net. Stamkos with the only goal for that one. Matthias Ekholm. Will he be a Leaf next week? Who knows?
Who knows?
Because
everyone's going to be a Leaf.
Yeah, everyone's going to be a Leaf. I keep hearing that from Toronto radio. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get Eric Stahl and
I know
Victor Arvidsson and Matthias Ekholm. It's like, what salary cap do you have? Or who are you putting on? Is like freaking. Is do they have like Robidas Island just got expanded or something?
I don't know. Imagine having 40 points, a goal differential of plus 23, and yet you melt down because you lose one game to the Senators. Like imagine that. God, just this. We used to do this crap. Like, remember when we used to come on here and we would go absolutely berserk in a bad game? Like, man, I want to go back. Like, I want to go back 5 years and slap that Ian silly. God, how stupid we looked.
Oh, we learn and mature as we
I know.
go on, right?
For sure.
For sure. Jerk already calling it now. Matthias Ekholm will be a Winnipeg Jet. Hashtag TTG5.
There you go.
All right. Well,
I like it.
Moving along, Caps shut out the Sabres 6-0. Will the Sabres hit double digits? That's what I want to know. Or are they really tanking? Are they tanking before the Sharks tank? That's my thinking.
Well, I mean, I don't, I haven't really watched. It's funny because with the team only playing in the division, like my desire to watch other teams in other divisions, I really don't. Like I haven't really tuned in to just see what the hell's going on. And Buffalo to me is fascinating. I know that Eichel's injured right now, which doesn't help anything, but oh my goodness. Like, yeah, what a mess they are.
Yeah. So
it's really bad when you have to rebuild your rebuild.
Yikes. Buffalo 0-9-2 in their last 11 games. Sharks prospect Jasper Weatherby and good former colleague Kelsey, following the North Dakota folks, had a goal and assist and scored the game-tying goal and also set up the game winner in overtime in the NCHC semifinal for North Dakota. So that's good to hear. Weatherby, I would think he's got to be getting close to having to decide if he's going to be a college guy
Well, I mean, that's the thing
or
with college. I
go
mean, he
up to
can, if he
AHL.
plays his whole, I mean, he can probably play his whole. I think that's probably best for him, especially right now. Barracuda's flush with forwards. His best thing for his development right now is probably to stay in college as long as he possibly can, and then go from there.
That works. That works. Flyers won 5-4 in overtime. Voracek with the game-winning goal there. Panthers double up the Chicago Blackhawks 6-3. My goodness, Chicago.
Yeah,
And for that matter, Chicago. Yes, they've been on a good run too, but also Florida. Holy crap! They finally got it together.
Florida's something else. I mean, I think there's so much weird, like that division to me is the most fascinating division, right?
Seriously.
Like, 'cause I think Carolina's good. I think we've known Carolina's been good for a while. But Florida, yeah, definitely Florida's impressed me. I mean, Tampa's still Tampa. I thought Tampa was going to steamroll this division, to be completely honest, and that clearly they've done really well, but it's not like they're steamrolling it and running away with it.
Right.
Chicago's been good, but again, I think with the thing with Chicago is kind of like LA earlier. Like, you take it and it's house money, right?
Right.
And I feel like that's where Chicago is at. Like, if you're Chicago, you're not buying. You might even sell still if the right offer comes in, because like you're getting back, but I don't think that they're at the point now where they need to start selling assets to win. I think that they're well on the right track, and they might come out of this thing, sooner than later. But I think if their front office needs to treat this the same way the Kings are. It's house money.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy what you can get out of the season, but it's just this isn't the season you go all in and try and make a run. It's not there. But kudos to them, because I think a lot of people, Chicago, they obviously they got to make the playoffs by default because of the way that the seeding worked last year, and they won a round. But it was good on them not to overstate that and really double down on it.
Right.
I think Chicago's, I think the patience is going to pay off there sooner than later. Just like I think LA is going to have the same thing where they're going to be like, they just need to stay the course, and they're going to be better before you know it, and we're all going to cry as Sharks fans when we're still thinking we're a playoff team.
We are.
Well, maybe not we the fans, but the people that matter might still think they're a playoff team, and that's problematic, right?
Yeah. No, that's the one that's going to be interesting to see what they do. Like I was saying the other night with Landy, it's like this team could go on a run, and then Doug Wilson might just get antsy and be like, trade for a veteran winger or something. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, you think I was fired up tonight? Get me on that show.
You will join me for Trade Center. All right.
There you have it.
All right. 6-hour live feed on trade deadline day.
Oh, I don't know if I'll probably work that day, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out.
Request the day off now. Come on, Ian. Let's do this. Come on.
Yeah.
The finish up the reach around. Penguins 4-1 over the Bruins. Nothing to see there. Final in OT. Vancouver beats Ottawa for the bottom of the North 3-2. JT Miller with the game-winning goal there. Former Sharks draft pick Josh Norris with his 6th in the losing cause for that one.
Yeah, Josh Norris is pretty good.
He's not too bad. Montreal beats Winnipeg 4-2. Toffoli with a pair of goals. Thank you for my fantasy team. Kyle Connor with 2 goals in a losing cause. In the Battle of Alberta, Flames 4, Oilers 3 in that one.
Daryl Sutter undefeated in his return to the bench.
Yep. Oh boy, watch out. Here comes Calgary. What is it, 40? They're at 31 points. Toronto's at 40, right? They're going to make a run.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then Blues and Kings were postponed because the Kings can get out of Colorado because they got dumped on with snow.
these things happen.
Those
I'm,
things.
I'm glad for like it's snowing, like not like everyone's sick. I mean
Gosh, yeah.
that's I'm happy that for once it's just shitty weather. That's great. Like that's amazing.
All I'm gonna say is thank goodness it's snow. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Well, that'll do it pretty much for us. In case you missed anything and want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's Apple or Google Podcasts. But of course, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, the SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio. AJ, we need to get on radio.com, by the way, bud, if you haven't jumped over to Discord yet. And of course, always available at tealtownusa.com. I'm just going to say thank you, Ian. You've been amazing and wonderful. And
Angry.
You may have your final thoughts. Get it all out, man. Just let it
All
all
right. I feel like I've calmed down, which is probably good because I have to sleep at some point tonight.
What?
I know, right? I perished the thought. Look, again, overall, like, there's a lot to like about tonight's game. Unless you are eyeing up that, that first round draft pick, that first overall pick. Other than that, there's a lot to like from tonight, unless you're eyeing that guy up. Overall, Dubnyk played good. Dubnyk should start next game. The Sharks should start guys that are going to be here for the long haul, or play guys, sorry, that are going to be here for the long haul. And we'll see what happens next game.
And you can find him at Ian Blogs Hockey. I'm at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. The Sharks loss puts them at the 9th best odds to win the draft lottery. And for Shiggles, we don't move up with the one time we get the draft lottery. So there we go. We stay at 9th. So thank you for watching. We'll be back with you on St. Patrick's Day. That should be an interesting show. We'll have a lot of green or teal. We'll see. Following Sharks and Golden Knights. Hey, wouldn't be surprised if Vegas rocks their gold jerseys with their gold chrome helmets because they're so lucky.
Don't.
Well, be prepared for that one. And
I
until
like that a 3-year team has a retro jersey.
I now that being said,
I can't wait for Seattle's retro jersey.
It wouldn't surprise me if they went all.
I mean, I understand, like,
Barber
I understand that what they have to do, right? Like, they're, everyone was gonna get a jersey. It's just silly to me. It's like, oh yes, it's retro night in Vegas.
I mean, I will say that's probably their best jersey out of them all.
I don't mind it. Like,
yeah, I mean that screams
aside,
Vegas.
I don't mind it. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's just, yeah.
But I really like that one. I think it's a nice one to them. But they won against the Sharks, so that's not likable. So for Ian, I'm Eric. Thank you very much. Appreciate you always. The conversation just continues now on the Discord. You have a great night. Ian's about to get angry on the Discord. And until then, keep it real. Keep it teal. Maybe not. Keep it real, teal. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you Wednesday.
All right, guys.